attempt number 2, lap number 3. Back on the track. Heat in the front tire, brakes, so starting from scratch. Yeah, we got 1.5 laps in scrubbing the tires in, but that really doesn't cut the cheese for me. So lots of throttle, lots of brake, let it go. Throttle on, maintenance throttle. Give detail wave. Into turn 3. Very bumpy off camber, so nice and steady, throttle on and just hold it there. Now slow speed, that's interesting. The front end's bouncing quite a lot. That's slow speed, which is not a surprise because some of the sharp edge bumps here are pretty aggressive. Bit more brake. Into 5, nice and steady down the hill. Little acceleration. Get a bit of heat into the edge of the tire. Just decelerate. Throttle on. Wind on slowly. No high sides, please. Into the fastest part of beautiful Thunderhill, 7 and 8. Big off camber section there through 7 towards 8. Hit 8. Get all the way out to the paint. Good acceleration of 9. Into 10. Tire still feels funny. It's just one of those things as a rider, when you get on something like this is great, for whatever reason, which again is absurd, the tire feels great after half a lap. So it'd be interesting to study the engineering behind the tire in terms of what they've used to construct the upper carcass or the wearing surface of the tire, because it really does feel ready to go after half a lap. 14, lots of braking, get that front tire nice and hot. Pitch it in gently, throttle on, brake, gas, turn, keep it rolled on slowly. Okay, so that completes lap 3. Turn 1, nice and steady. Through traffic, no problem. Into 2. Nice braking. No trail braking yet. We'll just get it nice and hot. No knee down, so this is only 1 1/3 laps. And again, new tires, you want to scrub them in carefully, especially with no warmers. Around Paolo, give him a good wave and a thumbs up. He's coming back after a crash, so every little bit of encouragement helps. All right, nice and steady down 5, throttle on the bottom, take the weight off the front tire. Into 6, flicks over nicely. I've gone back to the standard base settings I have for this bike before we do any test whatsoever with the shock and the forks. It really does want to turn on the front tire. You just put a tiny bit of bar pressure into it and it's rolling over. That's nice. That's a really nice feel. Just a little bit of pressure, there it goes. It just dips right in. Now of course that may be a function of geometry in that the front tire is smaller and the bike is pitched on its nose just a little bit. But I don't feel any need prior to entering the corner to get on the throttle to stabilize the front, because the turn in is excessive. So completing lap 2, good power, great drive as you'd expect from a brand new tire. To 14, end of lap 2. We should have good carcass heat by now, so time to put the knee down, get to the edge of the tire, make sure the edge of the tire is heated up, good acceleration. Into turn 1, gently over, kiss the knee, there it goes. gently onto it. There's the knee just kissing the ground. Feels like great grip on the edge of the tire, on the rear especially. Lovely grip. Pitch the front end to 3. So yeah, with the turning on the front tire, definitely can delay that a little bit. I'm wondering if the shape of the tire is like the V front, if it's similar to that. Pretty interesting as a change. You wouldn't expect this necessarily from a street tire. Knee kissing the ground again, down 5. No spin, no slip there at all. Because that's the other worry, if the bike's on its nose and you go for the throttle, there's the opportunity for the rear tire to unweight and spin or deflect and slide. So far none of that whatsoever. Yeah, solid drive grip. Very solid drive grip. Now that we're getting the pace up a little bit, you can feel the imbalance in the chassis, that the front end's weighted more. We'll check the zip tie to see how much travel we're using, but we may have to push the forks down a little bit to equalize the chassis and bring it back to neutral. That's possible. Out through 14, 15. Good grip, yeah, no problem. Nice feel on the brakes, tip her in, knee solidly down, accelerate. Yeah, no problem at all there. Throttle on, neutralize the chassis. Stand her up. To 3, nice steady approach. Mid-track is a much smoother line on a decreasing radius. You can still feel the high-speed bumps through the front end, but it's not deflecting them. So the top of the carcass clearly has a little bit of rigidity to it, but most probably the sidewall does compared to that. Bridgestone's generally have a firmer sidewall and a softer top to the tire. The only exception of late being the R10, which is a very soft tire overall. 8. Come on, grip. Yeah, no problem at all. So we'll do one more lap as the pace is pretty good, and we'll go in and set tire pressure. Completely missed my apex point because I'm too busy talking. For you, the viewer at home. Yeah, good feel on that front tire, it really is. That's very encouraging because Bridgestone's known for a great front tire. Oh yeah, lots of grip, even in the off-camber stuff. No problem getting right on the edge of the tire. Knee down and we're going to accelerating, no slippage at all. Again, no surprise with a new tire. Would expect it to be that way. Yeah, rear wheel's lifting on the brakes, so we do have a geometry problem. That's easily fixable. Just change the front end geometry. Set that up correctly. Mr. Hughes, passengers. John really hauls butt around this place with AFM. As you can tell by his lean angle. So your in-lap, if you're coming to check pressures, has to be a good aggressive in-lap. No cooling down, no deciding, I'm taking a breather, I'm coming in. Stay on it, stay focused, because without that you're going to get a totally false read on the pressures, and then you'll end up chasing pressure all day long, which is really, really tedious. Inside the black pads for 9, switch body position, giving some berries, young man. Definitely got to change that fork position. It's really unweighting the rear. That's pretty straightforward and obvious. Well, maybe we'll do one more just to verify that. Yeah, let's do one more and verify it. 14's too long a braking zone to really know where you're at, so it'll be nice. The gentleman with the R6. That's a fast R6. That is a very fast R6. Holy smokes! Light trail braking into 2, set the line, throttle, good. Yeah, we probably need 2 millimeters of ride height change in the front. Lift the front end up. I don't want to sacrifice braking because I'm too low in the front. Missed the line, should have been inside the groove. That's alright. Pace is still good. Lack of torquing means more concentration. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. Paolo will be nice to Paolo, even lose. It will be nice to him, go around the outside. Give him another thumbs up, help him over his crash. Glad he's still with us. And we're going to come off. In this instance, we will complete the S's. And put our hand up now. That way we don't destroy anybody's laps. Okay, we need to get in quickly, so we're not going to do 10 miles an hour into the pit to check the hot pressure. So as soon as we get in the pit, obviously I got to get rid of my helmet, the microphones with the helmet. I'm not going to hold it, and we'll do a report back on the next session. So transmission will be resumed shortly. Do not change this dial, or whatever the American saying is for that. Don't change the channel, maybe.